old stream in here.
Get streaming.
Oh shit, I missed Vosner's fireside chat thing.
Yeah.
I'll add that after, unless you want other people to read that right now.
Yeah, get at it after when we come back from break.
Okay, very cool. Well, welcome back, everybody. You find yourselves in a somewhat familiar place, though in reality you've only been here for like 10 hours or something, maybe a little longer. I think you got in a long rest, which means you stayed the night. You've only been in these halls for less than 2 days, and you arrive back pretty shaken after having fought some pretty intense foes to get the information that you sought. And yet the information that you sought turned out to be probably not what you expected. The results of your investigation brought you face to face with Larlock, the person of Vosner's dreams, who's been feeding Vosner information and helping him get closer and closer to this moment for years, especially since those years were now 30 years ago in the past. Larlock seems to have been picking Vosner for this task for a very particular reason. With Larlock was Shandakul, a god who had come back to the material plane in order to help in this moment of apocalypse. And from the two of them, you learned that you were marked by the gods and sent here to take care of this mess. But you were chosen so that the gods themselves did not have to come down and deal with it and potentially risk their own mortality and power and the power of their kingdoms. So you got from Larlock and Shandakul a sense that your own gods were considered cowards among some of these divine beings, and he questioned whether you really wanted to help these cowards remain in power, especially given that now you know the creation myth that you were told was just that, a myth, one perpetuated by the gods who are in control, and one that was built off the back of the slaying and imprisoning of Sardior, a powerful gem dragon who is the actual creator of the material plane, and whose part of his soul is still present in the crystal egg that you guys smuggled through space and time to this very moment. You find it in this chamber, sitting on a pedestal, sort of glowing, adding ambient light to the room. And you came back, stepped through the portal, and I'm going to say immediately went to rest in your sort of extra healing chambers that set up like a special mist in the air that heals all your HP and wounds and restores you quicker perhaps than normal. Let's say your long rest only took 4 hours here. And so after your rest, you find yourselves awake, I'm going to say in your own chambers. I'm going to move all of you. And probably in need of some sort of long conversation.
Where did we last leave I think it was an egg fragment or a dragon egg, the gem dragon egg itself?
It's in the other room.
Got you.
What time of day is it when we wake up?
Let's just say it's like early in the morning, like 5 a.m.
Nice. Is there a place to get sustenance?
Yeah. In fact, in your room, you just find like on a tray, some sort of preserved food, something that you could easily just eat at any time. It's like a fungus-based trail mix, if you will.
Nice.
Can be seen working in his arcane grimoire as we eat.
Nice.
Yeah, Taryn's just kind of picking at the food, staring off into space.
Were we able to take those papers with us, John?
It depends on what you were after here. Like every book in the library? No. So were you just talking about the papers on the desk?
Yeah, like what if Isolde pocketed just the paper from Ilmater?
Yeah. You can check your pack for where you pocketed that. But in doing so, you realize that it is not there. Whatever it is that you saw in there seemed to be a product of that demi-plane and is not transferable to the material plane.
Oh yeah, speaking of books that were stolen, what like 5 books did Vosner just kind of steal from?
I forgot. By the way, make sure you all updated your max HP to correspond to whatever's on the D&D Beyond.
I did. That was my big update. Is I went from 101 to 131 HP.
Oh, did you take the toughness feat?
No,
Or
I
tough-
took the ability score changed to my Constitution. Got all that backdated HP boost.
Another 16 HP, pretty good. If you took the tough feat, you'd get 32 HP.
Damn.
Yep, be good. Okay, yeah, make sure everybody updates their HP. Vosner's books. Roll a d6 for me, Vosner.
Alright.
Actually, before you roll a d6, what do you want a book on?
What do I want a book on?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think Vosner would like a book on, I don't know, like avant-garde sort of like nature reflections or like poetry, like some weird things that like doesn't fit like the rest of anything that's counter to the creation myth.
Okay, yeah. Roll me a d6. And where did you take these books from?
I think I took like 3 from like Candlekeep.
Yeah,
Like in
that sounds right.
and then like one, and then I tried to take one to the demi-plane.
Yeah, so anything from the restricted area doesn't come back.
What?
Yeah, those books are bound to the restricted area. But of the books in Candlekeep, you find a book on nature and poetry, and it's about all these different views of the sort of relationship between various natural entities and their role in ecosystems and how they're also harmoniously intertwined. And it's like there was a purposive agent who designed all of nature to work together.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I knew it, man. It's gonna start smoking elf fruit soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into a hippie dragon now.
He found basically the teleological argument in poem form.
Oh, perfect. That's essentially what he wanted. Like nothing too heavy, but like
yeah, but
everything.
the book doesn't know anything about like a being named Sardior or anything like that. But now
But
that you
it's
know
all
about Sardior, part of you goes like, yeah, that's the one.
This is the one. This is it. This is how you beat D&D. This is how you take down the man.
And then one of the books is just on like famous recipes in Waterdeep.
All right. They really like seaweed.
Taryn picked up a book about gem dragons.
Ooh. Yeah. What would you like to know?
So I guess
Wait, that was in the restricted area?
I think it was in the office.
Okay. If it was in the wizard
I
lady's
could be
office,
wrong
Ariel's
for it.
office.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, what would you like to know from the book?
So he'd look at like what, like any reference to Sardio first off, and then like how they came to be, where they reside, because they're like weird interplanar beings.
Sure. So, if the book was from, what's her name's, Leandriel or something like that. I can't remember her name right now. If that was from her office, it's all going to be speculation about that they could exist or that there's like some record of it or something like that, but there's no direct interaction with one. If this is just from your research while you were in the restricted area, you find a bunch of information about them, all written by the gods themselves that you know so well, and how they are all aspects of Sardior, and how in order for Sardior to be imprisoned, all of the gem dragons had to be slain so that none of his aspects could remain. So all of those gem dragons had to have been killed, and then Sardior killed last of all, and then in his ashes, which remain the like dragon eggs that form in his ashes to be reborn, those were what were bound to the waypoints. So you sort of glean all of that together. And you recognize that their absence in these other books implies that they were basically removed from history.
Right, they were successfully wiped out.
Yep.
Genocide. Who likes genocide?
The gods.
Yeah. I kind of peek over Terran's shoulder, and I say,
So Taryn's not reading them right now. This is just like backlog of like information.
Gotcha. I thought you had the book
out.
If not, I can wait for later whenever that makes sense.
Yeah. So he's just kind of staring into space right now.
Bowser will go to Terran anyway and say, "Are you doing all right?"
He's a little shaken up, but he goes, I should be. Just need to get my feet back under me."
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. I guess my suspicions weren't too far off, but sort of makes me want to help the dragons more so now than ever before, really.
Taryn will nod and say, "It seems like there's a lot more going on here than we ever thought."
Yeah. I know. I knew that humans or mortals could be, greedy and spoiled to a point, but this sort of puts it into a different perspective. I don't know what it means to be granted or with these powers. Like, does it even make sense now?
I don't know. Like, I suppose we should use them for the best, regardless of where we end up going with them. But they don't seem as much of a blessing anymore.
Yeah.
I hear them talking. We're all in the same room, right?
I don't think we were whispering, so...
Yeah, we're just kind of chatting on the bed. Wherever we are. On the steam vents, it looks like.
Yeah, just chilling on the hot steam vents.
Yeah. I mean, it's steampunk. Chic, so...
I think Varel used one of his things to make it look homier at one point.
Oh yeah, you made it look like our squad bearings?
Yeah, let's maybe somebody mentions discomfort on the pipes, and so I'll cast that again to return it to that homeliness.
And there's like an old giant ape skull in the corner.
And an old writing desk. But yeah, I'll go over to Taryn and Vosner. I've been thinking similar things, although it is hard to separate the feeling of being blessed from this new knowledge of, I guess, the gods not being who we thought they were. I still feel blessed in many ways to have these powers, and it just feels strange knowing where that came from.
Yeah. I feel sad that that's the way the power had to be taken. And it's, at least from my understanding of what I don't even know if we need to call them gods anymore. But
She kind of stiffens a little bit when you say that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was never much for that anyway.
I know,
But
just
the
getting
power,
used to it.
yeah. Well, the powers of the gods, and he kind of gives a knowing look and nod. That they just took everything so violently. I wonder how different it would be if that weren't the case and they just lived in the blessing that was before. I wonder what it was like.
I don't know. I will say I was glad to discover that there aren't as many barriers to using that magic anymore. And she kind of looks at Taryn and then over across the room at Damon. I'm very grateful that I was able to bring you both back, despite how weird the magic is in this world.
Yeah, it's good that our journeys didn't end here. There's still much to be done.
Agreed.
I am grateful you were able to bring me back as well, Captain.
She kind of gives you a little nod and smiles. I'll always do my best to. But there are a lot of things about this world that I don't understand, and I think it will be more difficult than ever to, I guess, judge how much danger we are in.
Yeah, we need to be more careful going forward.
Agreed.
Does the guild have a plan for moving forward?
That I do not know. Obviously, we cannot say anything to those here about our experiences yesterday.
Not even Marin.
No.
No. I think this secret kind of has to stay with us. More so than the guilds. I think we need a plan.
Is there a way for us to separate these plans without sharing what we know? In other words, to keep Marin in the dark, it seems we have to follow his plan and the guilds.
It's true. I think we need to know what our goal is first. And then we can better weave that into whatever they're working on. Know where the boundaries are and how to circumvent them when necessary.
Seems likely that, at least for the time being, all of our goals are on a convergent path. They may diverge in the future, but for now.
Yeah.
What do you see? And he kind of looks at all of you as he asks that. Curious where you think these paths are going.
They're all leading towards the gods. Right? Either restoring the plains, if that's the goal, usurping the gods and inserting ourselves as new ones, as was suggested before, or seeing, restoring nature to what it was, or whatever the third, or whatever other sort of end is. I think the first convergent path would be we have to get to the gods in some way, somehow.
Or we have to gather the shards from the lieutenants.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe that first. But eventually, I think it's all getting, that'll get the gods' attention, and whatever else we want to go forth is sort of comes what next, I guess.
All right, Beryl returns to writing in his grimoire, trying to decipher what this ragtag crew is up to.
What are you doing, man?
I know, I kind of mentioned it in the fireside chat. And Vosner, you know that my chronergy is kind of self-sufficient now.
Yeah.
And so just bluntly, Varel is kind of not inclined to cede power back to the gods for his reasons and for others. And so once we've gathered all of those shards, Ever the chronologist, he's kind of interested in seeing, the limits of that kind of power for himself. And so asking about the guild, I'm curious, because I kind of came in independently at the behest of Mistra, and now that kind of doesn't mean anything to me. So I'm curious if our alliance to Marin is still kind of at play with all of you.
Refresh my memory, it's not that there's shards with the lieutenants, it's that they each have one of these crystal eggs, right?
Yeah, it was kind of vague. So what happened was, that these eggs were bound to these ley line positions, and what the people did, the Shadowvar did when they invaded, was that they shattered the eggs, but each one of them took a fragment from the egg and turned it into a amulet that they use that gives them special powers. It's still enough to be part of the fragment of Sardior, and so you still would need to collect it.
Egg shard amulets.
But none of those shards can hatch into.
Got it.
So we still need to get the shards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. All the shards. Okay.
So I think I'm very overwhelmed. I think I can only really think like maybe an hour at a time right now. We should think about what we're going to tell Marin, since Marin is the one that sent us to Candlekeep, to the restricted section. And I suppose that when we leave this room, Marin will be waiting to hear what it is that we discovered.
I mean, we can tell him that we need these amulets of power to restore.
Sorry, turning on it.
We need the amulets to restore the plane without going into details of how to restore the plane, because we don't know that yet, or haven't decided on that yet.
Yeah.
And even if we decide a course of action, we don't know how to pursue it anyways.
Right.
Could I perception check to see if there's any like invisible sensors of?
You have true sight, and I mean, I guess you could roll perception, but I'm just gonna say right now, Beryl, just looking around the room, can tell there is nothing watching you.
Okay.
It's one of the reasons why the wizards give those robes to their higher ups in the orders, because scrying is a serious problem.
Got you. We will tell Marin that his plan will follow as he prescribed.
All right.
Yeah. We don't have to tell them in detail what the shards are. And
Do we have access to a map with like details about ley lines or anything like that on it?
Yeah, I guess you would know that now. So let me look at the.
I know that we looked at one, but obviously we couldn't take it with us.
Sure. Let me add markers. Let's see if I can. The best way to do this.
And where are we currently? Kind of in the north, right?
Yeah, you can see your token on the Faerun map. Faerun new
Okay.
map. Where did I put all these ley lines? Okay, I think based on my notes, those are the ley line locations. If you can see them, A, B, C, and D, or an E.
Mm-hmm. Okay. D, C, D.
Back to the wheel death. Oh, I see.
Indeed.
Yeah, one's
Milestone.
below Milestone, which you guys have been to. It's where you took the crystal egg from.
Right.
One was in
Mostin.
Lurien, one was in Thay, one was in Mithranor, and one was in underneath Waterdeep.
How interesting.
We saw the magic emanations from the one in Waterdeep when we were there, didn't we? Like a large, colorful sphere. Or am I crazy?
You have never been? Oh wait, you've been to Waterdeep. You didn't.
Wasn't there a bridge?
No, that's Silveryman.
Okay, got you.
That was just a mythal, which is or a mythalar, which is just like a Netherese invention.
Got you.
So we tell Marin then that we have found information and that we need to go and collect these amulets in order to, I guess, solve the Kratovar problem. Are we going to leave the egg here? It is safest for now.
I think it's probably best. I wouldn't want to carry it with us and then lose it.
Yes. I think for now, to keep with the plan in general, I think that would be the best idea.
Before we leave, though, Vera will say that he invites all of us, all of you, to think about where you imagine these paths ending. And although we were given gifts by the gods, those were given with an expectation that a debt would be paid. And it's not perfectly clear any longer that that debt must be repaid. And so I guess he would encourage you to think yourselves free of that debt. But we'll leave it up to you when we get to the end of the path.
Isolde looks distressed, but nods her head.
Damon is sort of absent-mindedly nods slightly along with that sentiment.
Vosner, sort of seeing where Veryl's going with this, actually looks kind of focused for once. Amongst the entire times, it seems like he has made up his mind of where he wants to go and how he wants to do it.
Do I detect kind of signs of sympathy on his facial expression or tension?
It's sort of like I think he's grieving how the plane has been treated. So I guess sympathy for Salador, or Is that how you say his name?
Sardior.
Sardior. So, sort of like a deep breathing. That's sort of like what you pick up.
Got you. Hurts.
Hurts, bro. Can't even hug it out.
Alright. Isolde will move to the door and I guess walk out into the rest of the compound here. Do we know anything about, like, where Marin stays?
I don't know if we've been long enough here to even explore outside of these rooms.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
We went on like one walk around.
Yeah, Damon and
quasi-intentional.
Taryn.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
we know that. Oh shit! Why can't I think of his name right now? The dagger guy is here.
Lab, yeah.
Yeah.
Aureus.
Aureus, yeah.
We met some fan guards. They were definitely thinking we were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys are gonna undo all the bad stuff and bring their families back.
Yeah.
Right?
So they're pretty excited about you.
That's definitely the plan.
That's what's happening here.
I say that we keep up our guys, be the heroes, and then be real heroes. Also, has Paco got any stronger since I've gotten stronger? You know, like, can he lift weights or do magic or something?
Paco can't do anything.
He's actually getting weaker as you get stronger. It's like an inverse thing.
Maybe if I feed him one of those shards, those crystal shards, maybe that'll, you know, pump him up. Alright, so I guess we're going on a walkabout.
Are you guys just walking into, like, the next room?
For now, that's a good
think
place
so.
to start.
Okay. Alright, you walk into the next room, and you see Marin and Lyra looking at a sort of holographic image of a bunch of sort of energy, and you can kind of see them analyzing it as though they are looking at it for information pertaining to some sort of magical field. It's almost like they're reading the weather, but it's a strange sort of primal magic floating in the air. And as you come in the room, Marin turns to you with a smile and walks sort of through the illusion towards you and says, "I'm glad to see you're all alive. How did it go? What did you discover?"
I will be honest, it was a bit of a close call at the end. The Shadowvar are quite intimidating in their power.
Indeed, formidable opponents.
But we were successful in getting into Candlekeep, and well, it seems that there are tools, items, bits of magic in the world that could help us in our quests, and
Marin,
well, at least we have a place to start, I think.
You can see Marin smile, tears sort of coming to his eyes as he says, "Then my work here is done. I was only sent to show you the door. It is you who will walk through it, and without me. I believe it is time for me to return to the past, where I will meet you again and help encourage your development. It will be hard for me to look at your faces and not tell you what you will one day become. It will be harder for me to look at those members of your group that I know will not make it to this point. But alas, this is my burden. The gods have a plan for all of us. And I'm just glad that we have such a faithful crew who can bring it about."
That they do. Travel safe. I'll meet you soon.
"Oh, I'm not able to leave by myself. I still need one thing from you. We need to acquire a Mythalar to send me back. This is the last thing I'll ask from you."
To acquire one.
"Yes, we will need to get one in order to perform the time travel."
Where does one acquire such a powerful artifact?
Well, they are about ancient Netherese magic. They can be found. I know only of a few, but each one is sort of in a different state of, well, I don't possess them. It will be up to you to decide which ones you pursue. And I can help you as much as I am able.
They are amongst the ruins, then, of the fallen cities?
Yes, though some have been found. I know Aureus has one. He may be willing to part with it if you can reach some sort of deal. It's a long shot, but he's the most local. Of course, there was the one Mythalar that our Beatrice had in her chamber. I do not know of its fate, but if we could track that down, it might be able to do it. Of course, there's also one in Silvery Moon, but that has its own challenges. The wizards of the Shadowvar have taken over that city.
What was the last one? I'm sorry.
Oh, Silvery Moon. Says, and of course, there is the now idle one sitting in Mosto. It's possible we could acquire that one.
What do you mean by idle?
Well, it hasn't been used in 30 years since... Well, I guess it was used very recently in your perspective, but from our perspective, once that thing sent you forward in time, it remained idle. You probably saw it when you arrived.
You have not returned to Milestone in 30 years?
We dare not. A floating city hovers above it. Shadow dragons in the sky, and it is rumored Shar herself sits upon a throne in that city. The main point of invasion.
It might be best then to pursue Beatrice's. At least we don't know for sure that it would be near impossible, like it seems many of the other ones are.
Perhaps. Though I do not know where it is.
Is there a way to track it? He's kind of looking at Marin and Vero.
Yeah. I have a spell for this. May take some time to conduct. But if there's any legend or lore surrounding this object, it can be found out.
Well, I wish you luck in finding it, and I will come along and aid if you wish. Lyra is more than capable of keeping this place safe. She can contact us if we need to return.
I think perhaps due to the role that you play in all of this, it might be of utmost importance to keep you here and safe. If we cannot return you, I must be honest, I don't fully understand the consequences, but I think they would be quite dire.
Agreed. Now, there's also the complexity of where to send me back. It would have to be someplace sort of outside of the reach of the Shadowvar. There's only one place that the Shadowvar tend not to occupy.
What place is that?
The Isle of Chult.
Oh. Well, we have navigated Chult once before. I must say I was not looking forward to returning, nor did I hope to ever have to return.
Yes, perhaps only once more.
You wish to be sent back to Chult, or to leave this time from Chult?
Wherever I leave from, that is where I will arrive. If we do the ritual in Chult, I will arrive 30 years past in Chult.
Well, 30 years ago, Chult was not the best place.
I have the ability to teleport. I can get anywhere I need to be.
Yeah.
And I still remember the circles close to home.
So, once we get this Mythalar, we can just pop into Tolt and pop out.
Essentially, yes. Lyra will be able to get us close enough to a place we can set up shop.
Well, sounds the least risky than having to deal with the Shadowvar. What do you all think?
Has Chult spawned any new dangers since the collision?
Lyra was able to go and scout it out. It seems that it is about the same as it was.
Hopefully we will be able to move in and out with less problems this time then, and not be betrayed by our guide.
Lyra gives you sort of a quizzical look, as she will probably technically be your guide.
Oh, he doesn't expand on it.
Perfect.
All right, well, I suppose the first place to get started then is to return to the lair of our Beatrice.
Well, I'm not an
Is there a
expert,
reason?
but I do remember that when we met there briefly, one of your party members took the Mythalar and left with it. I don't believe
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still
we
there.
took it to the tree.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Good call.
You guys left
Oh,
it with
man.
Mel.
It's been a while.
Is there a reason we do not want to at least see what Aureus has to say? Perhaps all of this can be avoided.
I figured you, of all people, would be the ones with the most aversion to Orius.
I do not relish being around him, but if we can solve this problem without having to traverse the continent, that would be preferable, I think.
You have a point. Any time spent outside of Ythryn is a threat to you. If you've drawn any attention to yourself in your exploits in Candlekeep, then I'm sure they are getting the word out and beginning to set up spies to hunt for you. Every excursion from now on will continue to increase the danger.
Then I suppose we can talk to him.
Be careful with Aureus. He has grown more powerful than you probably last remember him.
What in particular do you recommend we be careful of?
He's very clever. He has had many years to think his steps through. One does not spend a millennia confined to a dagger without thinking through your future.
Indeed.
Let's go then.
So it is.
You guys gonna go to Aureus, or are you gonna do legend lore on the thing Mel has?
Aureus first.
Okay.
With our guard up.
Let's see if I have did I make art? Yeah. Alright.
Like, is legend lore like expensive?
No, it's it costs some materials of which I have several.
Because it might be worthwhile to do that first just to see how much of a pain it would be to get Mel's before we go to talk to some wily wizard who our interests may or may not align with.
Fair. If that's a formal request, Varel could excuse himself to conduct the ritual. It would take 10 minutes.
Yeah, so that is a formal request. I've filled it out in triplicate and gotten the necessary signatures.
Excellent, excellent. All right, let's do it then.
Alright, so you're legend loring the Mythalar that Mel has? Is that what you said?
Seems that way.
Yes, the
Okay.
RV interests.
While I plan that out and think about it, let's take a short break so I can pee.
Sweet.
Be right back. Right. Still waiting
Alright.
on Gert and Laurel.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you don't have like a thing on your screen? Oh, you did. Okay, is Gert here?
I think so.
Okay, cool. So legend lore on the Mythalar. This is gonna be a bit of a long one, as you, Varol, begin to cast this spell. You find your mind back at its point of origin. Actually, you've done this before. You've used this legend lore on this particular item.
I think so.
You remember its creation. This is all very familiar to you. You remember the fall of the Netherese city during Cursus's Folly, when one of the wizards of the Netherese Empire attempted to ascend to the level of a god, and the weave failed. Now you know, though, given your information about what happened, now you know, with all that information in front of you from the restricted area, that the weave did not necessarily fail. It was momentarily destroyed or turned off by the gods in order for them to intervene. And this is what made all of the Netherese Empire cities fall. Karsus was stopped mid-cast of like a 12th level spell, and he died pretty horrifically because of what happened. But this Mythalar, which was a magic item within the city of the Netherese Empire, fell with the city and was eventually unearthed, discovered in Yithrin, and carried out by a wizard who, while carrying it, died of old age, leaving it on the ground. And eventually the tree of Kuldahar grew up around it, as it had this heightened age increase as it grew faster and faster and faster, because anything within the presence of this thing aged much more rapidly. And eventually the tree of Kuldahar grew up around it, and these people came to inhabit the tree, and there was, basically a protection of this powerful Netherese device. It became religiously significant to them. And then we catch up to the part where it's stolen by Arviatrice, who uses it to grow her eggs in rapid fashion, growing them up within at 100 times the normal rate, so she could raise an army of young white dragons, those of which you fought and killed with your group. Then you see the part where you come into the picture, where you and Mel and the others take this thing and return it to the Tree of Kuldahar, where it can be held and protected by Mel and the people, the dryads of the tree. And this is where the story gets new for you. When your characters leave this plane and 30 years of darkness set in, there are a number of events which you quickly learn about. First of all, you learn about there are sort of months and years go by where Mel leaves from the Mythalar only to return battered, bloody, etc. And after a while, he keeps coming back weaker. Of course, he's growing stronger, living in the presence of this thing. He gets bigger and bigger and bigger, becoming a massive ancient dragon very quickly. But it eventually becomes clear that he is no longer able to defend Kuldahar, and he takes this Mythalar with him deep, deep into the ground and buries it with himself. And that is where you find it right now in your legend lore. Deep under the earth, in some sort of cave, sits this Mythalar next to a sleeping ancient silver dragon.
Wild.
Oh, cool.
Now that's more.
Yeah, that's crazy. Taryn is all for screw the dagger guy. Let's just get this.
Sorry, I had to step away. Was Mel still alive, or is he now dead?
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping. It might be reasonable. I'm
We
sure he
could get
remembers us.
another ally as well.
An ancient solar ally.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well said.
As Paco would say, go.
Go,
Go.
go, go.
Yes, Paco has learned some rudimentary English in the time warp.
Yep.
It's been 30 years.
So, Varel is sort of like
You...
stepped away doing this, and the rest of us are just chilling with Marin and Lyra.
That feels like the sort of thing that require kind of pensive meditation. But yeah, he would return, and recount the narrative we just heard.
Nice. Well, that sounds very promising. What is the safest way to travel? Female.
It depends on how far away he is. You could go on foot, or perhaps fly. I don't know what all magic abilities you currently have.
Can't we talk to him?
Would my word of recall still work?
It could get you to Kuldahar.
That's a start.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to message him? I don't know if we want to wake him up.
Could try. Yeah.
He is a friend, so.
I don't think that we should just assume that of anyone that we knew before. There have been 30 years of hardship in which we were nowhere to be found. It is very possible that people harbor sort of ill feelings towards us.
That's fair.
But I will contact him and see what he says. And try to see if I can get us to Kuldahar. And she'll cast Sending. And she'll say, I know it has been a long time. This is Isolde Brynja. We are close by and looking to find our way to you. Is that all right?
You hear in reply, lies.
Oh no. Probably think we're dead.
I'll turn to the group with kind of a worried look on my face and say, well, as I expected, I don't think that it will be that simple. It doesn't seem that Mel believes me, that I am me, or does not believe that we are real. I'm not entirely sure. His only response was the word lies.
If he is in hiding, he could think that it's a trap.
I suppose that's true. We can't be the only ones looking for the Mythalar.
Yeah. Well, I guess proceeding with caution.
Yeah.
Should it
I would
come
still
to it,
rather negotiate with him than Aureus.
Agreed.
yes. Should it come to it, would we be willing to take this Mythalar?
By force?
By whatever means.
I think it depends on Mel. If he recognizes us and doesn't seem to be gone feral, for a lack of a better word, and he denies it to us, maybe we should look for other avenues. But if he's lost to the power and the pain of the Mythalar in the last 30 years, we may have no choice.
I really hope it doesn't come to that.
We have options, at least.
Yeah. Alright, so first things first, before we go, Marin, is there a place nearby that sells supplies? It might be wise of us to bring along some extra diamonds, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
We have some, but one second. He has a small supply of them. I can spare what we have, but we are fairly limited. We've used a lot of these over the years.
Anything that you could offer would be appreciated. I just don't want to be unprepared.
How much diamonds do you currently have?
I have 500 gold worth.
I thought you guys bought like a shit ton worth.
I thought we did too, but they're not on my thing, so.
Okay.
I don't want to fudge anything.
Yeah, he gives you 600 gold worth of diamonds.
Okay. I don't know.
How many is resurrection?
500 gold worth. So we got 2 resurrections right now.
300 is
Revivify.
Revivify.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, I subtracted too many last time then.
Yeah, probably.
Let me see how much I have. I don't even know if this is more than one suit of years of rent. AC calculation incorrect. What does that mean?
Okay. We got enough now, then. Because I subtracted 1,000 instead of 600 last time. That is very helpful. Alright. I don't know what Kuldahar will look like when we get there. The spell returns me to the place that I have designated as our sanctuary, which was that room that we were all in, where we were able to connect to the gods. And I obviously don't know the state of that or what walking into. So just be prepared, but we will all travel at once, so that will at least be helpful. And I will start casting Word of Recall. If we're all
How
prepared for that.
how are we planning on getting back? Since last time we had a tight time limit.
Lyra steps up and says, "The same as last time. You can let me know when you're ready to return, and I will give you access to the circle. I will write it up as soon as you message me."
Okay.
Everyone ready?
Ready to go.
Nods.
I, will gather everyone up and cast Word of Recall.
Okay. Didn't you set that to Masta?
No, it's set to the area underneath where we did Hannah's Ascendance.
Kind of thought you reset it to Masta at one point when you came back, but that's...
Did I?
I don't know. Where
If
I'll
so, next this
assume
whole conversation.
Isolda knows where the fuck she's sent to,
Yeah.
and you find yourself in a scene that I don't think I have transferred over. So it's you would recognize you'd recognize it even there. You teleport into the root system underneath the great tree of Koldar, where you helped Hana ascend to become the demigod that she became. And as you arrive, sort of feet splashing in the water, the shallow pools at the base of this tree, in the root system, you find yourself in pitch black. The sort of bioluminescence that normally fills this room, a product of sort of the magic essence of the tree, no longer is here, and the mythalar that once sat at the center of this room is absent. But that makes sense to you, given Varyl's description of it. What doesn't make sense to you is how dark and cold and lifeless it feels. Vosner, you feel it immediately. The tree of Koldar is dead.
Okay. I just say, oh no. It just looks sad. Even more sad.
Is everyone here?
Terran's gonna cast light on his staff.
Right, so we have made it, and we are alone, thankfully. Not at all as I remember it, but I guess that's to be expected.
Do we have any indication of where to find Mel?
Well, you said that he was,
North?
what, north in a cave?
Deep underground.
Yeah.
Deep underground.
Did you feel that it was like deep underground, like he found somewhere in like the Underdark to hide? Or deep underground, like he magically made like a pocket?
Varyl's image was of a bloodied and barely living Mel, ancient dragon, just coated in as like scales ripped off and torn to shreds, as he just dug deep and deep and deep under the ground, letting the rocks sort of bury above him, caving in as he just dug deeper and deeper into the ground, and then eventually passed out.
Okay. It seems like there should be upset or something.
But the time passage is a little bit vague. It's entirely possible that this was 10 years ago.
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
29.
Well, I'm gonna try to cast sending one more time to Mel. And I'm going to say, I know it doesn't sound believable, but we are here and we are looking for you. We are the same ones who fought beside you, who saw your father dead, who raised Hannah under Koldahar, and we need your help.
As you send out this message, a beam of light erupts from your mark, and the whole room glows with color and energy again, as the message itself seems to fly in the air, up through and past out of your vision into the sky in sort of a lightning speed, as your sending spell goes to reach Mel. Mel responds, "Trickery."
Well, Mel still does not believe that we are who we say we are, but I'm sorry to have created such a beacon to let others know where we are. I suppose we should move now.
You've slogged through the lower levels of this ancient temple that you've spent some time in. You remember the time that you fought orcs under here in order to free it for the dryads who resided in here for years afterwards. As you're marching through this dark area, is anybody using light spells or anything, or is there?
Taryn has one.
Okay.
Taryn has light on his staff.
Oh, okay. So Taryn illuminates these hallways, and the light seems to cast extremely well across this very dark interior. You can see quite well, quite far, but it casts these very dark shadows in the places where the light does not get to, as it's obstructed by things. What you find here is essentially a massacre. All of those dryads, their remains sort of ancient and decayed in the bottom of this temple. This has been uninhabited for years. No one has bothered to station any troops here or anything like that. And as you move through this space and towards the entrance, what you find is just a completely desecrated temple dedicated to a tree that no longer lives. The roots that sort of pour in through the walls on occasion, that pierce through the temple, are sort of darkish with decay, mold growing on them.
Yeah, Vosner would, as we're walking by, just kind of run his hands over the roots. Sort of say his goodbye silently to the tree.
Yeah. You feel just the faintest bit of life as you touch the root, but it is fleeting. As though every time you touch it, that little bit of life that you experience is its sort of last little bit. Last little breath.
I just kind of turn to everyone and say, It's too bad that we can't stay here longer. Would love to give back to this old friend, but it might draw too much attention. If it's possible. But let's keep our mission moving forward first.
Do you exit the temple to the outdoors?
I suppose so.
Is there anything else you wanted to do in here?
I don't remember a ton about what else is in here.
Not a lot. It had that lower chamber. That's where you all met your gods and got your marks. So that was like a holy place. Now it is completely devoid of all of that, or void of all of it. And yeah, that is the rest of it is just a temple run by the Dryads that you guys fought your way through at one point to rid it of the orcs who had taken it over. Okay, I need everybody to roll me a d6.
Love when you say that.
Hey, when you say that.
You could get a 6. Look how good that'd be.
Wow.
This is going to be like the most aggressively average set of D6s.
Your characters
Or
all
the
die of old
limit.
age. It's very boring.
Yeah.
You step outside of the temple at the base of the tree, and behind you, you see the Kuldahar tree split at the trunk, ripped in half. Its mighty branches and top sort of all careening to one side. It's clearly been burnt and has been, destroyed and has been the remains of it have been decomposing for years. The tree itself is now only about 100 feet up before it shatters at its trunk, and then the rest of like the 300 feet of tree is sort of just spilling over into the neighboring area far away from you. I need, let's see, perception. Bosner, in your looking at this tree as you sort of stare up, your passive perception tracks movement at the base of where it's shattered as something flutters its wings suddenly.
I say, guys, be quiet. There's movement by the tree. Could I sort of concentrate on that spot and see if I can discern what it is?
Yeah, roll perception.
Let's do that.
Wait, what the hell? Veyroll? It just says Veyroll. It doesn't say you did anything.
That's weird.
You did
Yeah, I
roll a
meant to
d6.
type a broken heart, and it just sent as a
Oh, yeah.
bad command.
Oh, very nice. Bosner, there's a shadow dragon on the top of that tree. Or at least at the crack of it.
Guys, there's a shadow dragon at the top of that tree.
How far away is it?
100 feet up, there is a shadow dragon on the perch of the trunk that remains. Sort of the
How big is
splintered
it?
trunk. It's a large creature.
Okay. Say, let's prepare ourselves.
As you say that, it lets out a roar that pierces your ears, and it begins to move towards you at a rapid speed, dive bombing towards you.
Sweet.
And we are gonna go to combat.
Oh god.
Before that, damn.
4.3, guys.
Nice.
Gonna be a good one.
Oh, I accidentally clicked as all this, sorry.
Wow.
Oh, wow, so it's both red and a shadow dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
For whatever reason, I'm still in the teleportation. Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
I'm sorry, I forgot to show you
God.
the scene.
Oh,
I just
God.
assumed it wasn't like prepped yet, so we were like theater of the minding it.
Yeah. No, I actually prepped this entire scene while I was
Oh,
talking to you.
that's
Man, this
really
is
impressive.
Well done.
old
cool.
school.
Yeah,
I
I
was
had
like,
this.
there's no
this
way
map.
any of this is going to be prepped. We're
I just
going
had
off book.
I mean, it is a little tricky to prep scenes for the. It's like. Anyways.
Anything could happen.
Literally, that's the problem. You guys could be like, we teleport to fucking Silvery Moon. What's in Silvery Moon? I'll be like,
You know,
some guys.
it's been invaded by gnomes, actually.
Yeah,
called
and
them.
just start dragging deep gnomes onto the screen. There's 500 of them. Fight them. Okay.
We all get a step ladder and we just, go above their heads.
Hell yeah.
Take that, gnomes.
That's too loud. Okay. You engage in combat as you step out of this place and peer upon the damaged remains of Coldheart. This shadow dragon leaps off of the splintered trunk of this dead tree and dive bombs at you. Bosner, you saw it first. You go first.
Sweet.
What do you do?
I will first. No. Where's all my cool stuff? Here it is. Cute. I'm going to cast Sympathy and Apathy around us.
Sympathy and antipathy?
Antipathy, sorry.
No worries. Apathy's a cantrip, where you just don't do it. I'm just kidding.
So I'm gonna try and put this 200-foot cube around us,
Okay.
and I'm going to target, or my chosen target would be the red shadow dragon. So I want him to not come near us.
Okay. Let me read this book. You're doing antipathy?
Urge to leave the area, avoid the target.
Okay.
Comes within 60 feet. They do a wisdom saving throw.
But if it gives it away, it'll tell people.
Okay. So, Shaman causes a creature. Find you designate. You already got away from a fight that you are known, but yeah, here I guess is a specific spot.
Yeah, whatever. If we stay and fight or if it goes away.
So you made basically a 200-foot cube so that a shadow dragon will leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, and then just in case, I'm gonna take out a potion of haste, and just have it at the ready to take it. Or could I take it as a bonus action?
You could take it as a bonus action, yeah. I think that's how we were doing potions in this game.
Yeah, I'll do that just in case.
Okay, you are also hasted.
Hosted.
So causes a creature you designate to leave. I'm just trying to figure this out. When such a creature.
Well, it looks like Antipathy and Sympathy has a casting time of 1 hour.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's a good
Damn.
point. Okay, let's.
It lasts for 10 days, though.
Alright, let's undo the sympathy antipathy then.
Cool. I'll give myself that spell slot back.
It's an interesting idea and could come up later.
Could.
We'll
Let's-
just hold them off for 60 rounds. So
Yeah.
just stun them for 60 rounds.
Pretty much.
Don't kill
Maybe
them.
that bit. Well, I guess I will turn. Shoot. I didn't have a backup plan. I'm gonna.
Oh, your new wild shape's available. The one that's a stronger dragon.
Oh, nice.
If you want to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's called Young Dragon Wild Shape.
Sweet. I'm gonna give myself investiture of.
Oh, are you not drinking the potion of speed?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give. I guess I'll undo that potion of speed.
Okay.
And cast investiture of ice on myself.
Okay.
Don't face template. Cast. And then turn into a dragon.
Cool. I'll drag it on the thing for you.
Yes, please.
I gotta
Thank
make sure you have ownership of this. Yep, you do. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's... hold on.
Is it there? Hold on. Am I missing it?
No, I was bugged. Let me make it large. There you go.
Sweet. And then I'll move away from everyone, so just in case, besides the breath weaponists, I can come over here. How do I adjust my height?
If you right click on your token, there's a... Why it keeps giving you 34 health? It's definitely not what I set up in the thing. It should be 96 health.
Resources. Okay. Yeah, I'll figure that out.
I got it. I think I just needed to make it a linked token. Okay. It's a little bit better at least. And you're glowing. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your turn? What height are you wanting to be?
Oh, put me like 20 feet in the air. Is it this?
It's the thing, if you right click your token, you see on the top left.
Oh, okay. It's that little 0.
The little chevron.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Veyroll, it is your turn.
Yep. Part of me is inclined to run for cover, but that means running away from everybody. So I'm gonna stay close, and I'm
Let's
going
get out
to
of the
cast.
Don't group up by a dragon.
Okay, I believe I can cast this upwards. I'm gonna cast slow. In an attempt to slow down the dragon. Did it send through or no?
I don't see anything yet.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it has to make a wisdom saving throw. I'd like to use one of my Mistra portents to have it roll a 12.
12 plus its plus 5 wisdom means it's a 17.
Which fails my 18 spell save.
Okay. It
Barely.
is slowed.
And so its speed is halved, it's -2 AC, no reactions, either action or bonus action, and only one melee or ranged attack, and
Yeah.
then some stuff with its spell casting, so it's slowed down.
There's like a thing for slowed in here. There has to be. I don't see
So
it.
please keep me alive, squad.
If you want, you can move like 10 feet to the right too, so you're not in like a cone with the rest of us.
My man remembers his movement, let's do that.
Okay, so the slow condition, -2 AC, can't use reactions, I can only use an action or a bonus action. Regardless of the creature's abilities, it can't make more than one thing. If it attempts to cast a spell, it can fail it. Okay. Each target must succeed or be affected. It can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of its turn. Okay. So it is slowed, which means it can only move half of its movement speed.
Correct.
Which is a fly of 80, so he goes down to 40. And he goes this way, swooping down at you, and he is going to breathe some shadow at y'all.
Nope.
And he can just barely reach you.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Thanks for
Alright.
the movement tip, Taryn.
He hits y'all with its necrotic breath, but that is all it gets to do. It does not have a bonus action or anything like that.
Yep.
Isolde.
It gets a saving throw, does it not?
It does. Wisdom
Okay,
save.
I might chronal shift. We'll see what happens. We're gonna go ahead and chronal shift.
Does that mean it has to roll it again?
Yes.
Okay. It does not
Yes,
succeed.
sir.
Okay. Isolde, this is your turn.
How far away from me is this?
He's 30 feet up and like 5-10 feet away.
Okay.
It's like 55 direct line.
Alright, I am going to cast Beacon of Hope. But it's broken. I have to. You must target a token before rolling the attack. It says. Which is, I guess I could target everyone because it does give everyone a buff. So, need to target everyone.
Well, let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Cool. Adds advantage to wisdom saving throws and death saves for 1 minute. Very cool.
Yeah, and all healing occurs at max. So instead of rolling 2d4, you would just get 8.
Nice. Okay. That is your action, and that is your
And my
concentration.
action. And as my bonus action, I'm gonna activate Ilmater's Mark
Ooh, what'd it do?
and unleash a battle cry so that we all get advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the start of my next turn.
Oh, awesome.
Cool. Okay, Damon, it is your turn.
Okay. I think what Damon is gonna do Hang on. Yeah, Damon's gonna do this. And then I will use my boots of flying, or my winged boots, to fly up to this guy.
Okay.
And I will use my action surge to take the attack action. So do I get to swing twice?
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh wait, I get advantage, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
Alright, well I'll just take advantage on the next one.
Chonk him.
And that's my turn.
Very cool. Karen, you're up.
I'm going to fly 30 feet in the air.
Oh yeah, so Damon's 30 feet up.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm going to use my staff to cast Alora's Ice Lance on him.
Cool.
Don't consume spell slot. Oh, it should have advantage.
Just do it again.
Um,
And don't consume a spell slot at that time. Same roll.
does that miss even with his -2 AC?
It does. He has 17 AC with. He has base of 18 AC, so we'd have 16 with that -2.
Let me actually check to make sure this is right.
Oh, like it's programmed correctly.
Yeah. I mean, it probably is. I can't imagine getting.
I mean, yeah, your proficiency bonus is still only +5 at this level. I think it goes up to +6 next level.
Yeah, so I add 12 to my roll, so that's 15, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, and I need to make a charisma save. Alright, that's at least works. Alright, well, that didn't work.
What's the charisma save for again?
So I don't take
Oh.
exhaustion. That's my turn.
Ah, yeah, I see. That would look pretty rad. Buzzer's not in the thing. At the top of the round, you hear flapping from the other side.
No.
Another shadow
I
dragon.
don't like this. Why didn't Vosner get a turn?
Vosner now has a turn.
Oh, I see.
He
Okay.
doesn't get 2 turns. This one should be in the.
I want 2 turns.
When you attacked, Taryn, was it with advantage?
Yeah, I just rolled 2 3s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He had to roll a 4 and he rolled 2 3s with advantage.
Bah.
I'm so pissed right now, but it's fine.
The dice.
There we go. Alright, so Dragon. I will for my first thing. Oh wait. Hold on. Where's Rosner's? Shoot. Dragon. Going to. What do I get? Do I get to? I get to multi-attack, right?
Yeah. You get 1 bite and. Oh.
1 bite, 1 claws.
Yeah, but it's. This says makes 3 attacks, 1 with its bite, 1 with its claws, so that's fucking wrong.
So
That's
1
fine.
bite, 2 claws.
Let's see. Yeah, 2 claws. Yep, 1 bite, 2 claws.
Okay. Wait. Oh wait, it's advantage, right? Well,
Yeah.
I'll do advantage the next time. And it's shift, right, for advantage?
Alt.
Alt. And then claw 1.
Oh
Nice.
shit.
Nice. Claw 2. I don't think I got that
Oh,
one.
that would actually hit. So, roll me 2d6 plus 5.
Okay. Alright. 2d6 plus 5. Okay. And then let me bring up Vosner's sheet again so I can do. Where's his token?
Down a little bit.
I think I can do some icy things. Investiture device.
Investiture device takes an action to do your code.
Oh, does it? Okay, I thought it was a bonus action. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
But he does take. He's slow around me, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's even slower?
Yeah, it seems like it. Okay. Varel, it is your turn.
Okie doke. Just read something really quick. I suppose I'm still suspicious of psychic and necrotic damage against everyone here. So I suppose I don't really want to use a 7th level spell yet. Let's try a disintegrate at the weak fella.
And he has a -2 to ace to saving throws. Dex saving throw. So he failed anyway. Yeah. What's it look like when you one shot or just fucking cast disintegrate on this guy?
Yeah, I gesture my finger kind of lazily, flicking a disintegrate out of it. And since it's so dark, it's hard to even see the spell. So this mote of darkness courses through the air and contacts the red dragon, and it just dissolves into almost invisible dust.
Yep.
Damn.
And it is fucking gone. Just fades
Vosner
into
thinks
ash.
Nice.
Shadow Dragon is. That's so interesting. If I select the token that's toggled as invisible, it just gives you like an ambiguous outline. That was cool.
Something's coming.
Something's happening. Isolde, you're up.
Right now, okay. Yep, I see him. I'm gonna try to guiding bolt this guy from far away. You think he's within 120 feet of me,
Oh, yeah.
considering how far up he is?
Yeah. And we can't let them get away, or else they'll know where we are.
Oh shit.
Yes!
Wow.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That was the correct time to up spell that.
Holy shit. shit. Yeah, you hit it for as hard as Meryl's disintegrate.
Damn.
The energy channels from your mark, and you just fucking hit this thing like a truck. And he's now glowing. The next attack made against him will have advantage, though. Oh, now your thing is wearing off anyway, so yeah, next attack gets advantage. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Damon, you are up.
I might move. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
I think all I really can do that's worthwhile is to dash over to this guy.
Okay.
And I think that's gonna have to be my whole turn this round.
You're gonna match him in height then, 45 feet up?
If I can. I mean, it took me 60 feet exactly to make it to this point.
Yeah, you can go up while going. I think you can do that.
Then we'll do that.
For the most part, I'm pretty fast and loose with like the geometry of flying up and down.
Yeah. I feel you.
Okay.
But that'll still be my turn.
Okay. The young shadow dragon is going to attack at Damon here with a bite and 2 claws.
Meow meow.
Why is it not doing anything? The 28 should hit.
I think it's because I have like the opportunity to do some reacting. But I can't do shield right now.
Okay. I see.
So I just have to see what
And you have to roll to see if you keep tensors. That's concentration, right?
Yep.
Alright, give me 2 con saves.
Yeah. And then I'll just
Okay. Just DC 10, so oh, it's actually impossible for you to fail. Okay, fair enough. They hit you.
and then I will just reduce the damage of one of those by
Okay. And he still has 1 claw attack to do against you. Oh shit.
Oh dang.
But you're wearing adamantine, right?
I am wearing adamantine.
So technically you cannot be crit, which means you're gonna get 12 of that life back. Okay.
And then I need to make one more con save.
Yes. Yeah, you're fine.
That'll work.
What?
Yeah.
So many 20s today.
I know. Okay, Taryn, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm going to fly 30 feet. And then cast Cone of Cold. Here. And I'm gonna burn the 4 sorcery points to give him disadvantage on his save, and activate Bahamut's Mark so it does max damage.
Oh. Okay, so he has disadvantage, so I'll make that con save again.
Yeah.
Oh, he succeeds
This
that.
is not my day. So he takes 24 damage.
But you didn't max it yet, so.
Oh, it should be 38 damage.
Okay. So he took 24, so he should take 14.
Yeah.
God damn. Alright. At the end of the combat, or at the head of the combat, another being pops into the fray. Curious error message on my screen. Let's hope it doesn't fuck up. And with it, a friend. Vosner, you're up.
Okay. What's my fly speed on this buddy? Oh, I have 90 feet. Nice. I guess I will come over here. And then attack it. We still have advantage on our things, right?
Wait, did something happen? Why did...
Hmm?
I'm so confused. So, Isolde did a guiding bolt, then why did Damon not go on my screen?
I did, I just could only move.
Yeah, he didn't have an
That's
attack.
right. And then the...
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he attacked me.
So he's still guiding.
Okay. He's still guiding bolted then, yeah. Nobody
So
said
the first attack would have advantage.
Yeah.
So double advantage.
Well, you don't have double advantage because the original thing that Isolde gave you is more not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was just one round.
And also, there's no such thing as double advantage.
I know. So is it just the next melee attack or next round of attack?
It's just next attack if that hits up.
Okay. So, one claw. And then two claws. Oof. Woof.
Oh, so close. Okay, is that your turn?
I think so.
A rolls swooping in from the south are 2 additional shadow dragons.
Veyral first makes the face that I've posted in the chat. And then seems like now's the time. So he pulls a simple looking wand from his pocket, and it very quickly changes into Eloshan's staff. And using that and seeing all of these dragons, I think I've clicked this too many times. Or maybe I didn't click it enough. I'm attempting to cast Illusory Dragon with my staff, but it doesn't seem to be registering in the chat. Yeah, let me click it
for you.
five more times.
It didn't do anything. What the fuck?
Maybe, like, do I need it prepped? But since it's the staff, I don't think I need it prepped. I don't know.
Just mark it as prepped and then click it. Nice. Oh, didn't. Nothing happened.
Damn.
Curious. It is your turn. It's not that. No target. That's so weird.
I could just copy and paste it.
It didn't like pop up a little like thing for you or something?
No pop-ups.
Yeah, I mean, it should work for me to do it.
I'm just gonna test another spell just to see if it's
Yeah.
more broad than just this issue. I can create bonfire, but I can't like chrono spike. Oh, I may be targeting a
Token that's gone.
yeah.
I don't know. What are you targeting? All the tokens that you were targeting should be visible. Here, let me refresh.
I'm refreshing as well.
Let me try to cast it. What the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna just re-add it to your spell list. It literally won't work with re-added. What in the actual fuck?
Yeah, that's super weird.
I don't understand what's happening.
Other spells seem to be working. I get options for other staff spells and other damage spells, so I'm not sure if it's spell specific.
Like nothing happens. This is the weirdest shit. Okay, well, I literally have no idea why this is broken. Because it used to work. Maybe I'll bring up the console, see what it says.
I'm gonna paste it in the chat, just I don't know.
Failed to load resource. Rendering token retrieved. Oh. Okay, yeah, you just chatted it. What happens when I click it though? Yeah, nothing. Yep, I have no idea why it's broken. We're going off book for this. Okay, so it summons an illusory dragon, right?
Correct, but it's tangible.
Yep. And the question is, do I have that token somewhere in this fucking thing? And the answer is probably not. Okay, let me look.
I figured it was thematic since we're fighting dragons. I could summon like my own equivalent of the dragons that we're fighting, since it's also
I
a shadow
like
dragon.
the idea. I am sorry.
That
Foundry is unable to do this right
Schult, right? Did you do that when you were fighting that big black dragon with the treasure and Schult?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I've only
Yeah.
used this once before, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that. You like made a copy of them, kind of.
We're doing it again.
Dig it.
Was it able to like actually attack other things too?
Not only can it attack, but it is immune to damage.
Yeah, it's got a brass weapon.
And give
Okay,
it, but not take it.
So I forgot to import it from the other game. So I don't have your dragon.
It's fine.
So,
Oh, we can just do all the rolls in the chat.
yeah, it's just going to take a while. But yeah, we will summon a dragon. Let me just. Maybe there's a monster. Alternatively, how long were y'all wanting to play? We could pick up here next time, and I could have all the shit fixed.
If that works better for you, that's okay with me.
Well, I mean, I just don't remember how long y'all play.
I had blocked off until 3.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
But I'm cool with whatever.
I could do a different spell. I don't want to like have
Yeah,
us lose.
honestly, since that one's like a once a week cast or whatever, can you just use a different spell?
Yeah.
That way you say, but we'll say it's not recharged yet. One
Sure.
day till it recharges. And if you guys party wipe, then it's my fault.
No, that's right. So
Well,
I will call out my 7th level new spell since things are getting hot. We're going with Timeless Crown of Stars.
Ooh.
And so subsequent turns we can start dealing damage.
So it costs an action. You can use a bonus action. I think you can use this turn. You can use a bonus action to send one.
Oh, for real? All right, yeah, let's do that.
Yep. So
I'm gonna send it at the one to the southwest since it seems to be closest. And then I suppose.
does it let you like attack with it right now?
No, it doesn't. It says apply active effects, but I think that might just be the light that I emit.
Yeah,
so
I
I
think
could
it's
just roll
to
40,
you,
12.
and I think it is applied, so that's good. What you're gonna want to do is make a duplicate of that spell. That's like a cantrip, basically. Oh wait, no, now you have a weapon. Oh, check that out. It's in your weapons now. Summoned Crown of Stars. You can use it as a weapon.
Ooh,
at a turn.
sick. That's cool. Okay, yeah, let me try that out.
Damn, Foundry, you capable.
Good call. Good call.
That is an effective spell. And now you have 6 charges of it left. Oh man, Foundry's so
Let's
good
go.
when it works.
Did it apply to?
Did the
Okay, I
damage.
don't
He
see.
targeted the one down here.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
You guys got that other one.
Isolde.
Isolde. Alright. One thing at a time. I am gonna move up this way. Just target this guy. Actually, yeah, I'll take it. Just gonna do another guiding bolt. Sticking with what works.
Some
Nice.
good range damage dealing from the life cleric.
Yep.
As it should be. Damon, you are up.
I have advantage on the first attack.
And you have advantage on this Shadow Dragon.
I have advantage from tensors too, so I just get to like swing wildly. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, this dragon's pretty sad.
Nice.
Okay. And we're headed this way. No emotion. No emotion.
Alright, this dragon is going to dash 80 feet. This way and up.
He's leaving?
Maybe. This one is dead. This one is going to dash 80 feet and away.
This isn't great, guys.
I used a 7th level spell for that. Wow.
Okay. Taryn, it is your turn.
I'm going to move 30 feet and prepare a cantrip if any return.
Okay. Bosner, it is your turn.
Can
Okay.
I shout something out as squad leader?
Yeah, you can say all sorts of shit.
Nice. I'm gonna tell people to let them go.
Okay. So Vosner will, I guess, drop back down next to the other dragon carcass. And just
Okay.
kind of keep his form for
Okay.
a bit.
And it goes to Varel.
Yeah, Varel voluntarily ends Crown of Stars.
You can keep it up for like an hour, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, then
There's
let's.
no reason to turn it off, I don't think.
That's true. Well, then he directs his attention from the fleeing dragons to the squad members to his right,
Very well.
and waits for further instructions.
Zolda, it is your turn.
I think I'm just gonna walk this way and say to everyone, they move too quickly for us to catch them both, and we need to be strong enough to fight them when they return. We should keep moving. And that's all I'll do.
Okay. Damon.
Damon relinquishes his tensor's form and makes a Constitution saving throw. So I don't take a level of exhaustion.
Nice.
And then it looks like he's about to pursue, but hearing Isolda, he just turns and flies back, drops to the ground, and says, "We should move quickly then." And that'll be my turn.
Okay. The young dragon leaves. And the next one also leaves. And we are out of combat.
Nice.
Taryn will descend to the ground and then pull out the dragon tooth dagger and plunge it into the shadow dragon's heart.
Metal as always.
Yeah. You have already killed one of these, and I believe harvested from it? Or no?
I don't have any shadow dragons on my...
Yeah. Okay.
I think we might have killed them, but then left before I was able to do anything.
Okay. Taryn, you absorb the essence of the shadow dragon, and as it fills you with its essence, take
that's
39 necrotic damage.
It's
Oh
not
god.
great. All right. Did it apply? Okay, yeah.
As its essence just begins to make you feel wretched. But you feel its shadow begin to fill your scale, and you are now resistant to necrotic.
Awesome.
Nice.
Dope.
Add that.
Awesome.
But you also just have a little bit of a shadow to you, a little bit of like a mist that comes off of those particularly dark scales, and you see it sort of infiltrating or sort of spreading to the other scales of your sort of checkered pattern.
Ew. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my 1 free cure wounds on myself as well.
That checks out.
I'm gonna look at the map.
Nailed it.
You have
Oh,
Beacon of
God.
Hope, so your healing should be maxed.
Yeah,
Oh,
technically it's 13
so I
then.
should get
Yeah, you get
7 more.
Yeah.
Alright.
Vosner's gonna scrape off a bunch of the scales. As much
The
as we can.
corpse that Terran just like sucked the essence out of is like basically obliterated now.
No.
Like he basically just like it turned inside out in the process of having its essence, and now it's just like ash and bone.
Alright. These days I'll get some of the dragon scales. Some more dragon scales.
Could we tell from Viral's vision, like, the type of terrain that Mel was burrowing into? It was very
It
rocky, right?
started with snow and ice.
Okay.
It seems like it could have been anywhere up here in the north.
Isolde is going to suggest that they maybe check out Kellen's cairn.
Mark.
Otherwise, we might have to go to a town and ask about, massive dragon fights that have been witnessed or living in legends or, things that people have witnessed or heard about.
Did Mel help us at Kelvin's cairn?
He did.
But, like, he didn't go into a cave. He dug himself down. Right?
Right. There's no good clues.
Well, you have magics.
Yeah, do we have any diviners?
Isolde
who'd like-
knows that when she cast the sending spell, a mode of light did go out and in its direction.
We just need to, like, pester him until we find him.
I believe it
All
went
right.
upward from the ceremony center, the sanctuary.
Right. So we just need to get into like a large flat area and send it again and see which direction it traveled in. So
Okay.
I guess we have to leave Kuldahar and go out onto the glacier.
Y'all head out into the cold snow. Snow crunching underneath of your boots as you go out into the cold air. It's unnervingly cold now. There is sort of no respite from the Arctic tundra. There is no sun in the sky. Only the eclipsed light comes through and casts odd shadows on the ground. The sky starless as you head out into the Arctic tundra. Everybody roll me a d6. well. And is Azolda casting the sending spell?
Yeah, once we get out somewhere visible, I'll cast Sending to Mel once more. And I'll just say, I understand your hesitance. We are fighting against the shadow creatures that live here now, and we are doing our best to make things better. I'm sorry.
You send the spell and hear no response, but you see the light shoot north and head in that direction until you lose sight of it in the darkness far, far away. A couple of miles at least.
Well, we should probably be off then.
Yes, no response this time. I'm worried.
We should move quickly. Varel says that in part because the crown of stars emits light on his head, so we're like
Yeah.
super visible.
All of you are lit up like a beacon. You all light up anyways, as from your marks, as you can see on your tokens, as you traverse this very dark, shadowy Arctic land. The light that comes off of your magic items and off your things basically just makes you a beacon as you travel. Are you going on foot?
Vosner will drop out of his dragon form right now, and
Okay.
then cast what's it called?
Conjure animals?
Summon. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're essentially Fey. Conjure animal.
Yeah.
Where are
You
you?
summon giant eagle. This time, Bosner, you sort of normally feel yourself evoking like the power of nature itself. When you summon eagles, they come out of the trees, out of the ground, almost as though they were already present in the world, living creatures that have been summoned to aid you. And when you sort of draw on that, on nature itself, you find no response, as though there are no giant eagles living within 2 miles, 10 miles, 100 miles? Are there any living beings in the area? But you focus again into the power of your mark, and you feel life sort of apparating in front of you as you create giant eagles out of nothing, and they come to life in front of you.
Damn. That's cool. Conjure animals. Here we go. Awesome. Sweet. And I should upcast that, right, to make sure we have enough folks.
Yeah, I think you need 5th level, so
5th level.
a giant eagle is
I'll
how
update
much?
it on my.
Giant eagle is CR1, so in order to get, I think it needs to be 5th level to get 4 eagles.
Yeah. Right,
Okay.
I'll do that, and then I can carry some folks.
There aren't that many of you anymore. There are
Yeah.
4 of you, so 4 eagles, and Vosner can fly himself. So yeah, you can do that.
Sweet.
And you take off in the direction of the light mote that flew through the air. All of you sort of glowing in the dark sky. What do you do once you've traveled for a while? You sort of reach the point where now you're not sure if the light went any farther.
What time of day is it? Like still midday?
It's midday, but there's no sun, so I mean,
Yeah,
the
hard
sun
to
is
tell, but-
eclipsed by a giant reddish moon.
You say the sending spell doesn't go anywhere else; it basically stays put.
I'm saying
Um,
it traveled in this direction, but y'all didn't see where it stopped.
I got you.
So you just went in the direction of the thing.
Oh, Friday.
I will send it again. I'm gonna use one of my spell scrolls so that I don't use up too many spell slots.
Sure.
Here to that 3rd level. And I will send it again, and I'll just say, hold tight, we are on our way.
This time, you see, you're sort of higher up in the air, getting a better vantage point. You see the moat sort of arc out and then eventually fly down into the earth at a certain spot, going straight down.
Can we kind of triangulate where it is?
Yeah, you can see exactly where it is, and near there, you can see with Isolde and Bosner's passive perception, you can see sort of where some rocks, now covered in snow, are sort of disrupted in sort of an indication that they were at one point overturned and scooted unnaturally.
Nice.
Yeah, let's
I'll just
head
tell
over.
everyone to move quickly.
All right, everybody, roll me 1d6.
Oh boy.
Okay. That 6 is doing a lot of work.
Very cool. You guys you fly over to the sort of disrupted spot where you think the sending message went down. And what do you do?
Start digging.
Taryn starts
Well,
digging. Roll athletics for me,
No.
Taryn.
Bosner, do you have a way of moving Earth? I can, but I don't have that prepared for today.
Let's see what I have. Oh, if we rest a while, then I can turn into an elemental and move these rocks.
We will have to create some kind of shelter. It is frigid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need all of you, by the way, to roll a Constitution saving throw against the cold, unless you have something to prevent it. I think technically Taryn does, as he is immune to cold.
Yeah,
Or
I should be fine.
Taryn's okay. He's feeling it.
Like I can move things up to a certain size with my telekinesis. Can I start trying to move rocks with telekinetic powers?
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna. I mean, we're talking about deep excavation, boulders and shit.
Okay. Yeah,
Potentially
and
100 feet deep.
if they're larger than large, then I can't move them anyways. But
Okay.
I'll still use one psychic die to try.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say Damon is just sort of aiding in the as maybe Bosner. Are you turning into an elemental right now?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, are you rest? You have to rest first.
I need to rest to get.
Okay. So you
the wild
guys
shape
all attempt a short rest. Viral creates a bonfire.
Oh, and I gotta make a con saving throw.
Do we need a con
Viral,
saving
you
throw
could
with the
summon your
bonfire?
tower, I guess.
Yeah, that's not prepared, but since it's a 10-minute ritual spell,
Yeah.
I think that's possible.
Okay.
By attempt, do you mean we can roll our
No, we have to
Okay.
figure out
if we get
what-
attacked by?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Viral summons his tower successfully. You guys huddle inside of it to get your short rest so that Bosner can begin the process of turning into an elemental to dig this hole out. You guys successfully complete your short rest, but at the end of it, flying on in the air, in the distance, you see multiple dragons flying right towards you.
So we roll our.
Still about a mile or so out. You have about a minute before they get to you. But you do get your short rest, so everybody can roll short rest.
Alright. Vosner's gonna take that time to prepare himself then. He's going to
How many dragons do we see? Can I make a perception check to see if I can get more details?
You just see flapping darkness flying through the air towards you. It's very difficult to make out the shadow. And Taryn, there's 20 dragons, you think, or 3.
Somewhere
17? 2, maybe 2 dragons.
May I also
Are
make
they
such
all larger than a bread box, smaller than a large mountain?
Yes. You're either there's 50 dragons that are very small that are 50 feet away, or some huge dragons that are very far away. Yeah, you can make a roll too if you want to make a roll.
I was liking what Taryn was described. That was good.
Okay.
Would I have advantage on this in light of my robes of eyes? Is this a perception check relying on sight?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You see 2 of those small shadow dragons that you saw before at a distance, moving pretty quickly, but at sort of a measured pace, and 1 massive dragon, perhaps ancient, shadow as well.
I say to the others, the 2 that we've left, and 1 that we do not want to encounter. We have a minute.
What do you all do?
So, Vosner, while we saw that...
your crown of stars would have worn off, I think, by the way, because it lasts an hour, but you did a short rest.
Yeah. So Vosner gets his flame shield on and robes himself as a dragon. So puts on a draconic transformation.
Okay.
And I could... DM, could I do this also wild shape into my dragon form and still keep all of that stuff?
100%.
Sweet.
Taryn's going to ask Veyrol that now that we've seen this place, can we teleport back here at a different time?
Let me check my teleportation circle. I think I have to prepare. Yeah, I have to draw a 10-foot circle, and that takes 1 minute actually. So I could prepare a teleportation immediately.
To leave.
Yes.
But could we just 3 days from now, when it's cooled down, just teleport to this spot?
I don't think this is permanent. No, it only lasts temporarily.
Okay.
I mean, using your high-level teleport, Veyrol, you could approximate this location, but it has a chance of failing.
At a later time if we want to come back.
Also, the last time you teleported from a space and came back to it, there were people waiting for you that almost killed you. So,
yeah.
Something to consider. What's Isolde doing?
She is sort of looking at the spot that we're going to start digging and then looking back at Vosner. She's kind of frozen, actually. Something's up with Isolde.
Damon's gonna do this. If I can make it work. Hang on. Well, I'm trying to cast Bigby's Hand is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
And start just like...
Oh, dig in deep with Bigby's hand.
Yeah. Just like grabbing shit, throwing it.
Yeah, Bigby's hand will work. It's a high enough spell. You're just like picking up boulders and sort of tossing them to the side quickly.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll
I'm gonna cast Cold Shield on myself with my staff.
Nice.
I'll say at some point to Vosner, if it looks like we are handling ourselves well, we might be best served by you getting to work on those boulders so that we can get what we came for and leave quickly.
Okay. How long does my transformation last? Concentration bonus action. 1 minute. Damn. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do. There's a larger one, so I don't want to waste my potential wild shapes. So we probably should deal with this threat first.
Yeah.
So we've got like a minute of Bigby's hand to...
Yeah, so however deep that gets up.
Yeah. Vosner will square up, and then once they're sort of in range, he'll wild shape into a dragon again.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm building the scene as we go.
We're so fucked, guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're fighting. Let's do it though.
You guys are fighting. Damon's digging a hole for himself.
Yeah.
Like, best case scenario is 1 round in, Mel comes out and saves the day.
I thought we short rested so that Vosner could get a spell to help dig.
Or he was gonna turn
We
into
short rested so I can turn into a earth elemental, but that's not gonna help us in the air if we have 3 dragons on our ass. I can just use the 1 wild shape, and then I have 2 left over to turn into the elemental.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I guess it depends how far down Mel is. Like, if we can get the Mythalar, then we can send a message to Lyra and get zapped back immediately. But we need to get the Mythalar first.
And with
Does
an
she
ancient
zap
dragon,
us back, or do we have to cast the spell?
You have to
I think
cast
we
a
have
spell.
to cast a spell.
Yeah. So, like, if it's a 1 minute spell, we can't do it in combat.
Correct.
So,
Or
like,
we-
we need...
We all run interference for Vero. Like, I can put up Wall of Force, and Vero can do it inside the Wall of Force.
Alright, yeah, let's see how this goes. Too bad I wasted my good spell to miss.
yeah.
Such is the roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Ugh, so infuriating.
Yeah. So that's the plan. I'm only going to use this 1 wild shape to defend us a little bit and maybe chase off the dragons.
While we're waiting for the arrival of the dragons, I'm going to create some time replicas of myself to avoid getting slaughtered.
Come on.
And since we appear to be getting ready to do this, I will also do this as I continue to dig.
Weird. I don't know what's going on with the lighting on this one. Well, whatever. It's working. Kind of. Anyways, blah 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 blah. You guys, I'm gonna make a circle to indicate Viral's tower. I'm guessing that just like, are you turning that off or anything? Are you sitting in it? What's the situation with the tower?
Let me see really quick if it is concentration. It is not. I'm gonna leave it up. I imagine the top floor being where we would be preparing, and the underfloor being sort of a protective excavation site for the big hand. So we'll leave it up to.
Are you making the tower over the excavation point?
If possible.
It's going to be tricky because the excavation point is bigger than the tower, and it could cause the tower to crumble, I guess.
Alright,
And-
let's say right next.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will activate this scene then, and I'll let you decide. So the square is the place where people are excavating. Oh, and the circle is going to be your tower. So people can position yourself. If you want to be on top of the tower, if you want to be next to the excavation point.
I'll be on top of the tower. That sounds like a good place to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, the squares?
Square's the excavation point.
Oh, I was backwards. All right. Yeah. Taryn will be on top of the tower as well, but like the far side from Beryl, so we might not be in a cone together.
Mark.
I am protecting Damon and Vosner during the excavation process.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to prepare a lightning bolt for when the first one gets within 100 feet of us.
Okay. Just had to test some things. Alright, you are concentrating then on a lightning bolt to shoot at them?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. In the distance, coming in hot, you guys see two of those shadow dragons that you've seen before. And in the center of this formation, this creature. Ooh, it's very dark. You can barely see his face. Let me make his
Black spot.
light color. Let's see. It's a little better. Perhaps too dark still. Yeah, a little easier to see. A massive. Oh, it's only an adult dragon. No, that can't be right. He's a.
That sounds right.
That sounds perfect.
There we go. That's better.
Oh god.
Ancient dragon. Don't want to fuck with that. And riding atop an ancient dragon is this guy. You see, sort of pointing his mace in your direction. I'm going to put it off to the side like that, just for the purposes of giving you the ability to target him. And he's going to be flying in. And we are going to start initiative. I will let you do your held actions. Don't worry about that. Let me change it to something better. All right. We'll just go through the list. What we're gonna do is this turn, you are all going to get to do your held actions, assuming you can reach the targets. And we'll start with Vayrol. What was Vayrol holding?
I didn't make it explicit, but if I'm given an opportunity, we could say that I was holding a slow spell once again.
Okay. And did you recast Crown of Stars, or is that still just on you?
I only have one spell slot for that,
Okay.
and I spent it, and I misclicked the location of the.
Okay, just recast it then without consuming a spell slot.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay. The Shadow Dragon is slowed.
Well, it's something.
The other two succeed. Alright, we're gonna scoot down the thing to Isolde. Izzy, what do you do?
I think I will once again cast Beacon of Hope.
Oh, perfect. Everybody's already Beacon of Hope still.
Oh, still? Even I thought
Well,
it went
no,
out
I mean, it
after an hour.
should have worn off, but actually it only lasts a minute.
For a minute, yeah.
So I'll just... Can you reach everybody with it right now?
I mean, probably before I walked this way, I probably could have gotten to everybody.
If you can have gotten everyone, then you don't have to do anything else because everybody still has that buff on their character.
Okay.
Okay. Isolde casts Beacon of Hope. Taryn, it is your turn.
Lightning. Can I make it so that it blasts through the one and hits the rider, or should I just hit Ember?
You can definitely do that. I'll put it away.
Alright, that should work then. Yes. Alright.
He's going to choose to succeed that and take half damage.
That's fine.
Cool.
And it just does not affect the health bars at all, guys. So this is going to be... Oh, no, never mind.
A little bit.
I was looking at the blue bars on top that I don't know what they mean. And had all of my health crushed, but...
Okay. Damon, you still digging?
I brought up Bigby's hand, like around the time you said we had about a minute.
Yeah.
And that only lasts for a minute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that I made it as far as I could. I don't know if it will be useful to us at all right now or not.
Yeah, I'll say you dug about 20 feet deep in that minute.
Okay. And now with them here, I'm going to say that I have other things to worry about. So I will cast haste on myself. And how far away am I? And I'm just gonna I'm gonna come this way. Like there. So we're a little more spread out.
Very good.
And be ready for my next turn.
Okay. Young Red Shadow Dragon. Skip. Osner, what are you doing?
Cool. Let's see. I will turn into... I'm gonna turn into a dragon. I still have my draconic formation up, so that's nice.
Okay, I'll drag the token on there for you.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I can't drag it over.
That's probably something I did.
Okay. Alright, I'll drag it now. With all my little buffy buffs. And then I will go. I'm gonna use Saloon's Mark to essentially. So I'm gonna fly my 90 feet over.
Okay.
90. I'm gonna try and stay like out of reach of like the big dragon, and then, or no, I'm gonna go about 80 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna Saloon's Mark on top of the dragon, on top of the ancient dragon where the rider is.
Oh, okay.
And like grab on and like just attack the rider.
Okay. Yeah, you can attack the rider.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is about my turn. Since we have full turns, I thought we were just activating our
they're not full
stuff.
It's okay. It's if I don't. It's okay. Do you want to do some movement?
Can I just move? Yeah, 30 feet up.
Feel free to move.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna go there. I just want to be less inside of a cone.
Yeah, I don't really mind retconning movement. So like people can cast their shit and then they're like, oh yeah, I want to move here. You can just do that off turn. Like I don't really mind, unless it's like I'm casting a spell and you're like, oh no, I moved. It's like okay.
Yeah, I just I didn't know we had full turns. I thought we were just doing the reaction, so I'm good now.
Fair enough.
Sweet.
Okay. So Vosner just moved into place. I'm saying you're on the back of this dragon, but I don't really want to have the token there. I'll put you here to denote that, and then I'll put this guy back to here to help denote that. You were engaged with him in combat. Vayril goes first.
Okay. I really want to summon a dragon, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't want to deal with all that again.
I know. I'm sorry. I wish I had that shit ready.
Can we just kind of like off book it and just
we can off book it if you'd like.
Things down.
Okay. Or a token similar to the I don't know if it works that way, to the young black dragons down below. It was either that or maybe casting slow again, and I suppose I could do that.
I mean, you're already concentrating on slow for that shadow dragon.
So I am, yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to use your concentration unless you wanted to give up on that slow.
No, I'm trying to give every advantage we can here. So if it's cool with the 20 minutes we have of off-booking an illusory dragon, I feel
your
like
illusory dragon also takes concentration.
So it does.
You
Okay,
lose slow.
It's probably better for us than the slow, anyhow. Let's go ahead and off-book the dragon, just because it's gonna be a buffer for me.
All right, so we need a large dragon.
Hang on, I might be able to cast it this time.
No way. What the fuck?
I have no idea what happened.
How? What the? Alright.
And they all failed?
Yeah, but...
that was mistargeted from my last turn.
When the illusion appears, any of the enemies that can see it must succeed on a wisdom save throw or become frightened of it for 1 minute. The frightened creature ends its turn in a location. Okay.
They're all scared.
Here's the deal with that. The big boy is not scared.
Are they like choosing not to be frightened, or are they immune to being frightened?
Yes. They're choosing.
Okay. I don't know if we're burning the legendary resistances.
But the young shadow dragons are afraid.
Oh.
As you summon this dragon, I'm going to just put a token on the screen that doesn't have to actually denote anything.
And if you could put it like right in front of me, maybe 30 feet or so in front of the tower, just to kind of give me some protection.
Sure.
And I'm gonna elect a fire type dragon since I'm
Oh.
somewhat sure that that'll have damage.
Okay. So I guess just make a large fire dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does 76 on its breath weapon. Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, it should be young. Okay, there we go. It's a young red dragon right in front of you.
Yay.
You said 76 for its breath?
Correct.
Okay. I don't know how else it needs to be programmed for now, but that'll at least do. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. This guy is going to attack Oswald, who has now just climbed on his back to challenge him to combat. Let me.
Nice.
Gotta give his weapon some armor. He's gonna swing at you with Nightbringer, his mace.
Nice.
And he's going to cast Malediction, which I don't have a thing for. Malediction, creature must take that, and then taking that much necrotic and radiant damage, failed half. So you take, it should be, it must take plus, so you need another bit of damage.
Yeah. Now,
2d10 radiant, so no.
Nailed it.
And then he's gonna swing his mace at you. Oh, what do you got?
I don't know if my reactions are hooked up to my dragon token. I have Flame Shield up. And then I have my new feat. Anytime I'm hit with an attack with a creature within 10 feet of me, I can shove them.
Okay.
Those spells count as attacks.
It's not a. He swung at me with a mace.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
not yet. I haven't swung at you with mace yet. I hit you with Malediction, which is like a unholy word. So he utters some words, and they burn your flesh.
Okay.
And now he's gonna swing at you.
Okay.
Oh, that's not too bad.
And when you get hit with this, if it hits the creature, the target must succeed a DC 20 con save or be blinded until the start of his next turn. So you are now blind.
I had blind fight because of my dragon one.
Oh, cool.
But I should also be making that with advantage.
Okay.
My constitution.
Why?
Because of Warcaster?
Warcaster's only con saves for concentration purposes.
Oh. Okay. Well, that makes
So
sense.
he blinds you. Now, does your reaction or your push him a direction does that require vision of him?
I think so.
Gem Dragon.
But
When
I
you
also
take
have
damage
blind.
from a creature within 10 feet of you, you can use your reaction to force that creature to make a strength saving throw. Yep, okay. You don't need to see him. So are you using
I
that?
also have blind sight, so
Okay, fair enough.
however many feet.
Yeah, 10 feet. Okay. Are you using that ability to push him?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me...
So I should still be able to see him at least.
So 6 damage.
Oop. Sorry, I was targeting a few things. Let me undo the damage to you. He succeeds, so he is not pushed, but he does take the 3 damage
Pretty brutal.
from.
He should also take the fire shield damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as you reflect fire at him, he seems unfazed by it. Sort of enjoys being bathed in the flame. And swing at you a second time.
Okay.
And you are still blinded. And he's just gonna cackle maniacally on the back of this dragon.
I need to make a saving throw. Where's my Vosner token?
Off to the right over here.
I can't see anything.
Unselect your dragon.
I still can't see. If you can roll me a Constitution saving throw with advantage on it.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Oop, I didn't mean to be disadvantaged. But it's still fine. You succeed.
Okay.
You would have needed to get a 13, and that was what you got. At least. Yeah, you're still concentrating on your stuff.
Cool.
And that is his turn. The young Shadow Dragon is afraid of the illusory dragon and is going to move away. And at the end of his turn is going to make a save, right?
Yes, and it is a wisdom save.
He fails. He is basically going to be off the map for now.
Is this Vosner Dragon over here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, you are all up in their business.
Yep, and he's very low on health. It is his oldest turn.
Cool.
We really hope you're not expecting us to help you.
Yeah. Can't
So
do
we
that.
are very far away.
Excellent. I'm going to cast. Hang on a second. Make a straight wall of 100 feet, 20 feet high, 5 feet thick. Alright, I'm gonna cast Blade Barrier.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna cast it, like, on these people. Like, straight across, like
Okay.
this. I'm gonna try to avoid Vosner.
Okay.
When a creature enters the wall's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must make a dex save. So I'm just going to try to plant it right on top of them so that they start their turns in this blade barrier.
Okay. Feel free to put the blade barrier down on the map. Oh, this guy is no longer slowed.
Yep.
Okay. Guessing you wanted it more like that?
Yeah, but that's okay. It didn't twist. So I just did it in a way that was effective.
Oh. Well, okay. Do you want it behind them or in front of them, I guess?
In front of them.
Okay. So you put up a wall of blades for them to run through. Ember already failed, so we'll just say that, because it's supposed to be on the beginning of their turn. So we'll just count that, and the Shadow Dragon failed as well. And we'll have Herminard do it one. Yep, he also fails and takes 44. Okay.
Nice.
That is a lot of fucking damage. Good roll, holy god.
Thank you.
Taryn, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna keep up my streak of being useless probably, but I'm gonna use my staff to Ice Ray Veramon.
Verminard.
Oh, Verminard.
Ooh. Misses.
Yay!
Dang.
There's gonna be 3 of them though, so.
Okay. Come on then.
And the last one. Also, we forgot last time, but I supersede resistance to cold. So if anyone has resistance, I still do full damage.
I don't think any of these things have resistance to cold.
Yeah, okay, I just, in case.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because we forgot last time, and...
Let's do the end of your turn, some legendary action. I'm going to turn around and bite at young dragon Bosner. Oh, why did it not roll an attack? Oh, he makes 1 bite, and if it hits, then he does that extra damage. Okay. Yes, so he does hit, and that extra damage is applied. Bosner is ripped into by Ember, who turns his head around and bites the guy attacking his rider. That is his legendary action. Bosner reverts to normal form on the back of a dragon.
Let me make that con save.
Yeah, it's going to be a DC 25 con save to keep concentration on your...
No whammies?
You fail. So Bosner loses his dragon form concentration. Verminard is going to use one of his legendary actions to cue Bosner with his Nightbringer, sort of comboing, and he's going to use badly missed. Fair enough. He swings at you with his legendary action. Failed, and part of Ember. He can only do 1, I guess. All right, Damon is up.
Damon is going to bonus action activate his mark. And then with my first full action, we'll do a little of this. I don't know why it's... Oh, because it's in case I do damage. And I'm just coming right up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Are you getting on the back of this thing as well?
Well, no, I'm not gonna, try and get on the back of it, because I can fly.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just pulling up level with this guy. And, then I'm going to swing my sword at him.
Sick.
And I'm gonna augment with psychic damage.
Nice.
So an extra 6.
Oh. Yeah. At the end
that's how we do that.
Of your turn, Ember is going to use his legendary reaction to move his movement speed, carrying Verminard with him and Bosner with him. Damon is left behind. Bosner needs to roll a dex save for the blade barrier. Oh, 18. It needs to be a 20, I think. So 44 damage to Bosner as he's holding onto this dragon in the air and runs through the blades that Isolde set up.
Okay.
And that is his legendary action. The you do get an attack of opportunity on Ember if you want it, Damon.
I'm not gonna take it.
You are gonna take it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna let that one go.
And then a young shadow dragon is scared. It's going to spend its turn doing a wisdom save. And fails, and is effectively out of combat. Afraid of that dragon. This massive dragon is going to breathe fire.
I'd like to temporal shunt it if I could.
Okay.
What's the trigger for that?
It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or vanish, being thrown to another point in time.
It's a
and causing the
reaction,
effect of
but it's a reaction to what?
It's just a reaction. Here, I can.
Yeah, post it in the chat. I gotta know, like, order of operations here.
Now it is not posting, so never mind. Hang on. It itself is just a reaction.
Oh, wait, what level is it?
Fifth.
5th level. You target the triggering creature, which must succeed. The triggering creature.
I think how we did it in the past, I remember we did it with a giant, and like he started his swing and then shunted out.
Yeah, I assumed whenever it was an attack or spell, because it says the attack misses.
Reaction. Taken when the creature you see makes an attack roll or starts to cast a spell. Technically, a breath attack is not either of those things. It's an ability.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, well, then so much for that.
So he's gonna breathe upon the crew here.
I don't like this.
Now, barrel fails, takes 47 damage. Roll me a concentration check. It's DC 23 to see if you keep up your illusory dragon.
Okay. I'm very dumb. Why don't I see a concentration roll anywhere?
Just roll a con save. $13. You lose concentration on the dragon.
It was a DC what to save?
23, because you took 47 damage.
Could I retcon a Mistra of 16 and then add that 7 buff to it?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that.
Ember did that on his turn. Let's see, multi-attack. That's not Ember. Okay, so he used up his breath. And that is the end of his turn. It's back all of his legendary action. Vosner, it is your turn.
Cool. I will. How high up are we?
Great question. I'm gonna say 60 feet.
60 feet. Perfect.
How high is the top of the tower?
I think 30?
Okay, I had my height wrong. Okay.
Alright. I will use my Saloon's Mark to go straight to the ground.
Oh, wait a second. Firestorm. On a failed save, creature takes that and is pushed 30 feet away from Ember and knocked prone, which means Terran flies 30 feet this way and then falls 30 feet out of the sky.
Alright. So I'm back down to 30. That looks good for me.
Oops.
Wait, do I fall 30 feet down and then, like,
You
Stop
get
or
pushed
what?
30 feet. Actually, I'm going to make it generous because he's sort of angling it from above you. And I'm going to make it like he pushes you 30 feet and then you fall 30 feet. So you're only taking 30 feet of fall damage.
Sweet.
Would have been cooler. Varel gets... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Varel gets knocked off the top of his tower.
Ouch.
And falls 30 feet to the ground for 9 damage.
I can handle that.
Did you apply it?
I
Or do
already
need
got it.
to?
I'll get it for both. Okay. Both of you take that as you hit the icy ground below you. And Varel can't fail his concentration check on that, I don't think, so no need to roll it. Bosner is up. Sorry about that.
Okay. So I'm going to just teleport down.
Okay.
Like right underneath.
Using what?
Saloon's Mark.
Does that come back on a short rest?
I can use it up to, what is it, 3 times, I think?
Oh yeah, times equal to your wisdom modifier. Okay, yeah, so you can use it
Or
4
times. Yeah. So let me just put that in there. It's under features, right? Here we go. And then I'll spend my 2 wild shapes, turn into a earth elemental, and then essentially just earth glide or earth walk.
Wait, can you use 2 if you've already used 1? Oh, you've got the amulet.
I got the amulet. That's why we rested.
Yeah, smart.
So going down, turning into an earth elemental, and then essentially earth walking. So going under, burrowing, and then just gonna start excavating.
Oh, you're gonna head towards the excavation point?
Yeah. So I'm underground. So.
Yeah. Burrow 30. Okay, so you can get to. So it's your Saloon's Mark is a bonus action.
Yeah.
So it's a bit tricky technically because it's turning into your form as a bonus action. But I'll let you turn it into an action. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then you can move to here underground.
Yep.
You are minus 30 underground. Oh, that's funny. It like made you invisible on the screen.
Perfect.
Cool.
That's what I want.
At the end of Vosner's turn, Ember is going to use her ability to move closer to Isolde, taking this guy with her. Is going to use a legendary action to bite at Isolde from 20 feet up. And that will use Searing Bite. Oh, we should have those back. But did those get diminished? They did, because she is resistant to fire. And I think everybody said they're good till now, or was that 3 central for y'all?
I can keep going.
We could keep going for a little bit, but not much longer.
Okay. Maybe we should just end it here because it's the end of our round.
That works for me. It's a nice cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Isolde's bit by this giant ass monster. And at the end of Vosner's turn, which means we'll start the next game with Varel going.
Excellent.
Also, does your Illusory Dragon get like a turn?
I can command it as a bonus action on my turn.
Okay.
And I should have mentioned I did have Time Slice activated, so I don't we should have rolled for that, but I'll just take the hit and proceed next week with Time Slice.
Sure. At the end of oh yeah, that won't work yet. Okay. That should be fine. Okay. That was a pretty crazy session. I did not necessarily expect us to get to this point. But that's the fun of high-level D&D. creating scenes on the fly.
I'm into it. That was awesome.
Yeah, great job, by the way.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Good stuff, everybody. Well, thanks for all of your reflection and RP in the fireside chat. I'll post Vosner's response soon. Pretty cool stuff. Who knows what side you'll end up on?
The winning side.
That seems accurate.
To LaRue.
Later.
Bye, friends.
Yo, John.
Yeah.
I am getting married in 2 weeks.
Congrats.
So I will not be here if we play in the next couple weeks. Like probably the earliest I'll be back is the 12th. But I'm cool if you want to control Damon for whatever session might occur.
Okay,
in the interim.
We'll figure out a poll for. I'm guessing you're also pretty busy leading up to that, anyways. So
yeah, like I probably won't have much time to play for the next 2 weekends.
Yeah. So
and then like mid-February I'll be back.
Okay. Well, we can either, if you're going to be out for like, I guess recital or like I don't know what.
We're just running away to Reno to like get married and party for a week.
Nice.
Sweet.
So
one of my best friends lives in Reno.
Nice. We like it. We might want to go there more permanently one day.
Yeah, I've heard it's like pretty rough.
Yeah, although